Hello and thanks for watching another episode of ARFCOM News. Today I want to tell you about an investment opportunity to make thousands of dollars in a weekend with one simple trick. But before we get started, I want to tell you about the fine mahogany night vision products with custom Corinthian leather trim offered to you by our friends at tnvc.com. Artfully handcrafted by earnest, hard-working Amish operators, TNVC Night Vision is unique and uncompromising, just like you. If you like seeing stuff more than not seeing stuff, take a look at our sponsor, TNVC.com, your source for quality night vision gear to make you the bump in the night. Man, I love irony, don't you? The mayor of Rochester, New York, lovely Warren, is just an absolute raging authoritarian Karen, constantly shooting her mouth off against gun rights. But cops raided her house a couple weeks ago and found 31 grams of booger sugar and an unregistered handgun. Both apparently belong to her husband, Timothy Grennison, who is a prohibited possessor due to an armed robbery conviction in the 90s. Maybe that's why Warren never took his name. Grennison was charged with possession of the handgun and the cocaine, but was released without bond, which made me wonder if 31 grams is a lot. As it turns out, it kind of is. I mean, it's not Tony Montana weight, but to give you an idea, an 8-ball is about what a few bros might buy to party for a day or two. You can get about 10 8-balls from the 31 grams he had, so it's a bit more than typical for personal use.
Where'd you learn that, Cheech? Drug school.
And Grannison's arrest was part of a larger investigation which yielded more than 2 kilos of coke. Call me jaded, but I'm thinking anyone not married to a mayor would be a lot less likely to get released without bond in that situation. But the irony gets even deeper. Just the day before her husband's arrest, the mayor announced her support for a so-called buyback organized by her police department. Of course, they weren't buying anything back because it's not like the police had been issuing guns, but they were giving out gift cards, and they were willing to pay $75 for shotguns with no questions asked and no limit. As you're likely aware, any idiot can build a functional shotgun with about $20 worth of materials from the Home Depot. If you're planning to build a couple dozen, though, you can probably get that unit price down to about $5 or $10. They want to sell you all 10 feet of pipe, even if all you need is just 18 inches. Now, if you're thinking, why bother? They only give out crappy grocery store gift cards anyway. Consider grocery stores in many states sell liquor, and it wouldn't take too many pipe shotguns to cover my bourbon budget for the whole year. But grocery stores also sell gift cards, and that means you can march right down to your local Kroger with your stack of gift cards and buy a gift card for Cabela's or Bass Pro or Sportsman's Warehouse or whatever, and then buy a real gun. If you're interested in this investment opportunity, all you have to do is search gun buyback in your favorite search engine every couple of weeks and select for news. They're always very well publicized. Now, the smart kids are probably thinking there is just no way gun turn-in events like this can be remotely effective.
And they would be right.
A study published for the National Bureau of Economic Research last month examined 339 gun turn-in events across 227 cities over the course of a quarter century and found that not only are these events not associated with any decrease in gun-related crime or suicide involving a firearm, they actually correlate with a modest increase in gun-related crimes. Now, the study didn't delve into why that might be, but it is tempting to speculate. Obviously, only decent, well-meaning people turn working guns in at these events. The kind of people who wouldn't be out criming with their guns anyway. So, if these events are disarming good people, leaving them defenseless, it isn't a big leap to expect an increase in crime. But it is surprising to me because I totally wouldn't have guessed they were collecting anywhere near enough guns to make any difference whatsoever. And I also didn't expect Jimmy Crackhead to be following local events so closely that he would know there is about to be a small dip in the availability of guns for good people, or for that matter, for him to integrate that knowledge into his criming plans. Industry news! If you haven't heard yet, Sig Sauer has filed a lawsuit against Springfield Armory for patent infringement, alleging the Hellcat magazine infringes on the patent for the P365, which makes perfect sense because if you look closely at the two magazines, you'll find they are actually both metal tubes with a spring inside and a plastic follower, something which has never been done before. In all seriousness, the magazines do look similar, but they also look like many other magazines for self-loading pistols, and I personally don't understand the technical details well enough to comment, but they'll sort it all out in court. Well, friends, that's all I have for you today. I certainly hope you enjoy watching these things because I definitely enjoy making them for you. Hey kids, do you want to get email alerts for the best deals, projects we're working on, and the hottest stuff you missed on the ARFCOM forums? You bet you do. So go ahead and hit the Linktree link in the description and sign up for our newsletter. And remember, our robot overlords in the tube of views know what we want better than we do for ourselves, so they routinely unsubscribe viewers from channels which could contain wrongthink like our own. That makes puppies cry, and Captain America is very disappointed, so don't forget to check every now and then and be sure you're still subscribed to us and ring that notification bell so you can stay in the know on all the 2A news. If you want to help us keep bringing you banger content like this, please support the folks who support us. Not only does TNVC.com give you night vision with that cool, refreshing, never bitter taste that goes down smooth, they also have mounts, lights, and all sorts of other gear to make you the bump in the night. I love you.